after cutting it really short a year and a half ago, and it's probably grown twice as fast as it used to when I wasn't using essential oils. I swear, it's grown so much quicker than it used to grow. Yes, you can use essential oils, pure plant essences, to grow your hair long and strong. Because of so many chemicals and toxins from our products, but also from the environment, our scalps can get quite backed up. There can be a lot of residue that collects, or dandruff, or an excess of sebum, and there's a very greasy texture to the scalp. All of these things, they clog up the natural pores that are on top of our head that connect to our brain. But if you have a lot of that excess blocking of sebum or oils or dandruff, your hair is going to be struggling to grow. So I'm going to talk about 4 essential oils that are going to really rapidly increase your hair growth. And don't get me wrong, you're not going to grow 2 inches of hair overnight. But if you take on this protocol that I'm going to tell you, a really special combination of 4 ingredients and how to apply it, you will notice over a month hair growth, and another month hair growth. And of course your hair is always growing, but if after cutting it really short a year and a half ago, and it's probably grown twice as fast as it used to when I wasn't using essential oils, I swear. It's grown so much quicker than it used to grow. And I've noticed that my hair is stronger, it's getting lighter in the sun and natural highlights, and it's growing faster. So there are so many benefits to switching to a more natural approach with your hair. Hair is actually an incredible connection to source. So it's known in the Vedic and in the Kundalini theory and theology that our hair it's like an antenna system to the sun's energy, to prana. So when we grow our hair long, we're taking in more energy. We're becoming more sensitive to life. So let's get into it. What are the 4 oils? The first one is rosemary. So rosemary, on a metaphysical level, it's very clearing, it's very woodsy and earthy. But on a physical level, it actually stimulates the brain. The second essential oil is lavender. So lavender is very soothing, it's very relaxing. But what it's actually doing for your hair on a physical level is it's moisturizing. It's deeply moisturizing for the hair. And if you have excess sebum, so you have a very oily scalp, it helps dry out and balance your sebum so that you have a more neutral texture. It doesn't have to be very oily, it doesn't have to be very dry. It's very balancing and moisturizing. Our third essential oil, and this one I've had a lot of success with, is peppermint. What peppermint does for the scalp is it helps clear out any toxins that may be stuck. This peppermint opens the pathways of your pores. It gets them breathing fresh air. And this is what we need for the pores to then extend the follicle forward and grow the hair. So peppermint is amazing for getting into the scalp, opening up the pores, and cleansing any residue that may be there. And our 4th oil that we're going to be using in this really beautiful remedy is cedarwood. And cedarwood, again, has the heart of the woods. It's this really beautiful aroma, and it's very grounding, it's very nurturing, it's very warm in its earthy tone. Cedarwood also stimulates the hair follicles, increasing more circulation to the scalp, increasing more breath, more pores opening, which means more hair growth. The only reason why your hair isn't growing is because something is closing the follicles off, and the pores are being closed off. So we just want to open up the pores, which can really only be done with essential oils. So how do you apply these oils? For one, do not use them without some kind of carrier oil. It is best when you use a carrier oil because it helps for maximum absorption into the pores. So what I'm going to have you do is get an oil like jojoba oil or coconut oil and melt it down if it's coconut oil and it's not already melted. I recommend that you get an extra virgin cold pressed coconut oil because it's going to have the most nutrients for your scalp. And there are 2 ways you can do this. If you're wanting a deep hair rejuvenation and you want to create a bit of a self-love, self-care ritual for yourself, you make up a certain tincture or a certain balm and you put 10 drops of rosemary, 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of cedarwood, and 10 drops of lavender. And then you probably add in about a tablespoon of oil and you mix that all together and you massage it into your scalp. And you do this before bed. So you're massaging it into your scalp, just giving yourself a nice head rub, getting into every part, particularly at the top, at the frontal lobes, and just massaging it in. And then you go to sleep with that if you want to put a cover on your pillow or something, or a towel so it doesn't stain. And then in the morning, you just wash your hair. And it may be a bit oily, so it might be good to do this on a weekend. It could be a bit of your weekend ritual. Or if you don't mind having slightly more oily hair for a couple of days because you're doing something really rejuvenating, it's great to just do that as well. Another thing I do if I'm in a bit of a pinch and I don't want to do a whole oil massage into my scalp, I'll actually just grab my hairbrush and I'll put a couple of drops right onto my hairbrush. And then I'll just brush my hair. So that's its own way of massaging it into my scalp by just brushing it in. And this is good to do before you go to work, before you go to school in the morning, whenever you're off to do, before going out. It smells really beautiful, but it's also directly getting into your scalp. And you could even put a little bit of jojoba on the bristles of your brush. It won't create that much oily texture, and your hair will love you for it. So that's my video on how to get longer hair with essential oils. Give it a try and let me know how you go. Make sure that you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so you can stay in tune with the rest of the videos I'll be creating on natural living, astrology, health and well-being, and embodiment. Thanks for stopping by, and I wish you happy hair growth journeys and lots of love today.